Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sakshi Vilas Shirgaonkar from Bombay Teachers Training College. And our today's topic is local time and standard time. Now tell me, why does duration of day and night keep changing? Because of the earth's rotation. Is the time same all over the world? No, all the countries in the world, they have a different time zones. Do you know the direction of the rotation of the earth? Yes, the earth rotates on its axis from west to east. Now tell me, what does this picture indicate? Yes, absolutely correct. It is about the daily routine. Okay, it is daily routine of the people. We all do similar activities daily, from getting up in the morning till the night time. Everyone, they have their daily routines, but do we do all the activities at the same time? No, we have a fixed time for a particular activity and we do it in that time only. So we have a different time for all different activities. Now, these are the tools to measure time in olden days. Nowadays, we have a clocks and different devices to measure the time. In olden times, how people used to measure time? Okay, so let us see. In olden time, people didn't have a clock or modern devices to measure the time. They had tools to measure the time. The first picture is about the Ghatika Patra, that is a water clock. Okay, so in that they used to take a small bowl and they made a hole at its base and put it in a large vessel filled with the water. And when the water starts filling in the bowl, this is how they measure the time. The second picture is about the sand timer, in which the sand timer will flow from the sand in the sand timer will flow from upper part to the lower part. Then we have a clock candle, which was used to measure the time during the night time and on a cloudy days. Next we have a sundial, which is a plate marked with the hours of the day, and it shows the time by the shadow of the sun and changing with different locations of the sun. Also, if you know, the time was measured by observing the natural events which occurs regularly, like rising and setting of the sun, then also full moon's occurrence after fixed interval. So these two were the natural events which were used in ancient times to measure a time. Now tell me, in how many parts a day is divided? As we all know, day is divided into two parts. That is, sunrise to sunset is a daytime and sunset to next sunrise is night time. It happens because of the earth's rotation, which takes time of 24 hours. It means 12 hours are of daytime and remaining 12 hours are of night time. The earth's rotation always happens in west direction to east direction. This is how we experience sunrise, afternoon, sunset and night. And our earth is divided into two hemispheres, that is the western hemisphere and the eastern hemisphere. The part which faces the sun experiences sunrise and noon, and the other part faces sunset and night. Okay, now tell me, what do you see in the first picture? Are the objects outside the window moving or the train is moving? Yes, absolutely correct. The train is moving and the objects outside the window are like trees are moving in opposite direction, because the objects are stationary. It means they are at a one place and they are not moving. Likewise, we experience day and night not because the sun is moving. It is because of the earth which is rotating on its axis. The sun is stationary at one place, like the objects, trees outside the window of the train. Now, what is a local time? Local time is basically a time of the place which is measured or identified by the location of the sun in the sky. For the local time, the shadow of the sun and its size, also the location of the sun, is very important. Okay? Now, let us see the picture. In this picture, it indicates different locations of the sun and pole shadows. Now see, when the sun rises, we can see in the diagram the shadow of the pole is bigger, but after the sunrise, as the sun starts moving up in the sky, the shadow reduces, and the noon at the shadow becomes the shortest. But in the afternoon, the shadow will again increase, and then again by evening it will look more bigger. Okay. In polar regions, they are always colder because they receive less sunlight from the sun. In the diagram, the polar regions are very far from the equator and they are at the North Pole. As our Earth is tilted on its axis, the sunlight does not reach the polar regions. They receive very less light. That's why we cannot measure time considering the sunrise, sunset, noon, because there are no shadow coming because of the less light of the sun. And as it is in the North Pole, the duration of the day is very long. To measure the time, one has to consider the date. And in the picture, the part which faces Earth receives sunlight in a smaller area as the distance between them is less, and on the horizon the sun rays will spread and reflect on a large area because the distance is long. Now, to understand local time, we have to understand that the Earth is divided into two parts, that is the Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere, and the line you see in between is the prime meridian. It is also called as Greenwich Mean Time, and it is always in 0 degree. So in Eastern Hemisphere, the time is increasing, and in Western Hemisphere, the time is decreasing. It goes backward. If the time in 0 degree prime meridian is 5 pm, then to know the time of Eastern countries, we have to know the time of 0 prime meridian. So we can calculate the Eastern countries time and the time of the Western countries, vice versa. How many longitude lines does the Earth have? So we have 360 longitudinal lines. Longitudinal lines are the straight lines on the Earth, which are imaginary lines. There are total 360 degree longitudinal lines. Now the GMT, that is the Greenwich Mean Time of all the countries, different. They are very different, and India has GMT, that is the time zone of plus 5 hours 30 minutes. But there are some countries which are larger, they have more than one time zone. Example, we have Canada, which has 6 time zones, and Russia has 11 time zones. Okay, now in India, there are 29 longitudinal lines. Before that, let us understand the calculation of longitude. Now 360 degree longitude, it means the total lines, longitudinal lines on the Earth, and there are 24 hours. If we could divide 360 degree longitude lines with 24 hours, we get 15 degree. It means that 15 degree longitude lines is equal to 1 hour. Now if we want to know the time of 1 degree longitude line, it means we can do 60 minutes, that is 1 hour divided by 15 degree. So we get answer as 4 minutes. It means 1 degree longitude line is equal to 4 minutes. Now in India, there are 29 longitudinal lines starting at 68 degree longitude and ending at 97 degree longitude. 15 degree longitude is equal to 1 hour, that is 60 minutes, and 1 longitude is of 4 minutes. For example, Mumbai comes in 73 degree longitude and Kolkata comes in 88 degree longitude. So there are total 15 degree longitudinal lines between them. It means it is equal to 1 hour. Now Kolkata is 1 hour ahead of Mumbai, as Kolkata comes in the east and the sun rises first in the east. If it is 12 pm noon in Mumbai, so it will be 1 p.m., which is already afternoon in Kolkata. Okay, now different longitude lines, they have different timings. The states coming in same longitude line will have same time. Local time is dependent on longitudinal lines. Local time is used in smaller areas as they have one and same longitude line. But in larger areas which are spread, they have different longitude lines, so they have a different time. So they cannot use local time because it will create confusion to the people living in larger areas. So here they have to use standard time, which means the Greenwich Mean Time. It means the same time of the country. Okay, now this is the homework for you all. This is a Google form link. I'm putting the link in the description box. Please go through the link, and thank you for watching. If you like my video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.